Greetings and welcome to the second episode of our Hungarian run here on Age of Wonders 4. This is not a truly historical run because, as you know, Age of Wonders is in a fantasy setting, but I tried to give it a little bit of an historical flavor, and if you want to know more about that, I will advise you to check the first episode of the run. Because I had this long introductory episode, we didn't progress much last time. As you can see, we are still at the end of turn 4. So if you want to know more, please check the previous episode, but if you want some action, definitely you will have more in the course of this one, because there are plenty of things that I need to do. And the very first thing I would like to do is to change the name of our city, because when I started the run, this Denvalton is the name that was assigned to our city, but it makes no sense for our run. I changed the name to Dentumoger because Dentumoger is basically the name of the area that allegedly the Hungarians populated before moving to the Carpathian Basin, and the source of this is the Gesta Hungarorum. So yes, I think it's a name that makes more sense. Also, in the previous episode, we have seen that there are plenty of infestations around us. You can see them marked in red here. And these are only 3 of the 4 that I have found, because there is also one underground here. So there are actually 4 infestations nearby. Yes, what I would like to start doing in the course of this episode maybe is to start clearing those infestations, otherwise we might have troubles later on. In all of this, we have also discovered at the end of the last episode that there is another ruler here. This is Kond from the tribe of Yeno. We have a good affinity with him, so I didn't invest much effort at the moment to improve the relationship with him. I think that it already has good foundation, so to say. Probably in the future we will go into that direction, but for the moment I prefer to save my resources and to have a better understanding of what is the situation around me, who are the other neighboring rulers that we might have, before I decide where to spend my diplomatic effort. And if I want to clear the infestations, back to that topic, I definitely need to improve my army, because right now I have only a few units, they're not particularly strong. Also, my hero is still at level 1. I have also set the Gigantism for this run, which makes our opponent quite tough to defeat. So I definitely need to improve our military presence and increase the number of units that we have before I can really start thinking of clearing the infestation. So maybe what we can do, we can already start recruiting maybe 1 archer and maybe 1 pikeman. What I might also want to do is to maybe include also the workshops. Yes, because this will give me more draft income and more production income. So let's add this to the production list as well. What I will do with the scout over here, I will start moving the scout to the other side of the map, because for this part I think it's clear. We have the sea here, we have the ruler there. I would like to understand better what's there, because maybe we can expand more in this area. Let's end the turn. We have a spell that we can cast, Summon Zealot. Honestly, this is a unit that I don't find particularly useful, and it costs plenty of mana, and we don't farm a lot of mana right now. So honestly, I would rather keep the mana and not have the Zealot unit. What I can do is to start moving in this direction, because I want to see where is the source of the infestation. There is also an underground passage here. Maybe we could explore this while we wait for the units to be generated in the city. And then let's move the scout back to the city. And we can end also this turn. New Empire skills available. Diplomatic channels gain 1 Whispering Stone. This we don't need because there are no free cities in this run, so we can skip it. Fruitful integration. Founding or absorbing cities takes 2 turns less, and newly founded or absorbed cities gain +1 of population. This is actually interesting, considering that also I'm planning to have the second city as soon as possible. Maybe starting with an outpost and then later on upgrading it to a city. So let's do it. Then let's take Almos to the underground. This is the other infestation I was referring to before. And then Dentumoger can annex another province. And if I take a look at this, we definitely need more production. So maybe, as we have Kond here, who moreover is approaching us, I'm not sure what does he want from us. But I think it could be important maybe to secure this part, as then he might try to expand further here. So let's probably pick here the forester. This is what I was referring to. I think that with Kond we will not have any kind of issues improving the relationship, given that we have a strong affinity. So for the moment I will not invest any effort there, but good that he has already declared friendship. Yeno is moving, Kond keeps moving in our direction. I think he wants to clear. This was actually good for us to clear. I should have cleared before. Only 165 of power. He's already level 3, so he's leveling up, clearing very easy targets. And we have completed the Signet of Knighthood research. We can select a new one. What do we have? We have Condemnation, which is a damage debuff spell. And we also have Legion of Zeal, another unit enchantment, and a buff spell. I might go for the enchantment. Yeah, I think there is quite some room over there in this corner for an expansion. If I take a look here at this view, yeah, I think we could build a second city somewhere here or there. Maybe I will already build a city here, or at least an outpost. There is another border here though. Okay, let's have it here. It will also be closer to them to Mogar. So let's do the following. We can already build an outpost here. This province has already been claimed. Yes, I want to build here. I don't care. In the meantime, Kond has cleared this Marauder army over there. We might try to get some experience now that we have 440 of power. And turn. Something happened over here which suggests me that there might be another ruler somewhere here. And here we are, we have met Hubakir. So you are the one who just took away the promising province. Yes, exactly. Let us hope it does not happen again. The relationship is 75 because of course he's pissed off that I took the province that they were already targeting. This is a fanatic isolationist. We still have the potential for good relationship because we have some affinity here. So I will send a welcome gift. Outpost founded. We can annex another province. Let's pick then maybe another one of Forester to secure this territory until the river in case of an expansion of Kond in this area. I also have enough Imperium to found the city, and I will do it straight away because we have plenty of gold and I would like to have another hero. So let's do it. Farms grant +5 of food, this is nice, as well as also excavation. Let's go here because I want to expand rapidly, but I can also grab excavation. Very good. Received a trade proposal. This is back to Kond. He's proposing to have a wizard bond. It's a deal. I can wait for the next turn before I attack this, and then we can clear the infestation. Let's move a little bit farther the scout. There is something going on there. And here there is another ruler. How many more can this realm take? Let us just agree to stay out of each other's way. Okay, the attitude is completely different. That's because, of course, we have also less affinity. Hond greets us cautiously and the relationship is -120. So I'm way more concerned by Hond rather than Kond and Huba. For the moment, let's say goodbye. There is level 2. And this is actually the faction that I made with some kind of dwarf build, so to say, like more industrials, more defensive. So we have to be a little bit careful here. Here there is also Huba. I will not like to explore way farther because I don't want to meet the other rulers. I think we have already the possibility to expand significantly in all this area, and so probably that's what we should do. Harbingers of misfortune. A distraught member of the Hungarian Council requests an urgent meeting. Terrible news, my chieftain. Our scouts have reported sightseeing of an army of watchers roaming our lands. Our forebears have told legends of these creatures, etc., etc. The Hungarians will panic when they notice that watchers are nearby. Quickly, O chieftains, you must dispatch them. No need to panic, I will take care of the watchers. Here they are. 260, I think we can manage them. And anyway, we plan to also go into that direction to clear this infestation, so it's completely fine. Also here we have our new city, Jonas the Strong or Sibal the Vicious. So the Strong is duelist, deals plus 50% of damage and has plus 3 of defense and resistance, nice. And militarist, plus 1 of defense. Alternatively, Sibald is a specialist engineer, granting more production in the city that he governs. Honestly, I will go with Jonas the Strong, and then we can assign him to the city of Stapleton. I think I will have to find another name. I will run out of names at some point, but I will have to do that. So let's assign this city to Jonas. For the moment, let's go with the storehouse. And also we can expand the territory. Let's do it fast here, because as you can see, the other rulers are trying to take room already. Now let's try to go maybe with the forester here. So now if I will attack these 3 units here, we will be able to attack with Almos and also with the new hero, which is honestly great. Legion of Zeal, select new research. Maybe fanatical workforce. And before I hand the turn, then I attack this unit here to make more experience. I could actually let them just go. Maybe I will conscript them as laborers in Dentumoger. After all, there was no need to have this conflict. And then we can move in the direction of the infestation here, but also of this army of marauders. Then Tumoger produced the granary, we can produce more. So what is missing right now? We don't have draft at all. Let's have the blacksmith, definitely, and the armory, I would say. Somebody is already looking for trouble, because here we have Hond, who decided to enter and invade our province and our newly founded city of Stapleton. I don't like this. I will build then probably some palisade walls here, given the fact that we have 2 rulers nearby, and also a workshop will be good. Message received. This is Cond. Some will consider your course of action deeply unwise, Almos, especially if you want to avoid vexing me. Condieno has a personal dislike for your action of empires with a larger domain. This worsens your relationship by -100. So let's do the following. I will make a pronouncement and I will declare some friendship. They were also declaring before the friendship, so let's try to improve the relationship here. We have only met 2 rulers out of the other 6 available, and yeah, there are already quite some tension, I will say. So my expansion has pissed off already enough people. So let's try to clear this mission. Encountering Harbingers of Misfortune. After a tense search and long march, your army comes face to face with the roaming watchers. The sight of the terrible creatures causes fear to ripple through the Hungarians in your army. The deafening silence betrays the hesitation of your troops. Their morale won't hold. I will then have a bounty. 179 units of gold for whoever brings me the head of a watcher. This is a low risky battle. I will auto combat this one. Wow, I almost lost a unit, but luckily that was not the case. The victory proves that the Hungarians are true warriors. This will give me a lot of draft. The victory shows that the Hungarians should build better defenses. Probably that's the case. The encounter only illustrates that my empire can dominate any foe. Big boost of Imperium also is not bad at all. So let's go into this direction. Your ruler level up finally. I will probably go with the restore. Heals plus 10 of temporary hit points and gains regeneration. And then we can hand turn 13. It seems that Hond wants maybe to clear the infestation. What is he trying to do over there? Or maybe to reach the underground. To do what? Not clear. I mean, it's far away from his city. I mean, this is an outpost. So assuming that his city is somewhere there and is going to the complete other side of the map, that's quite dangerous for him. He's acting basically as a scout. I'm not sure what he's trying to achieve, but it's fine. Let's keep an eye on him. And I think it's time to attack here the small monster den. The problem here is that we have a pikeman that is way too weak, so we can bring this back to Stapleton. And same goes maybe also for the scout unit. I don't want the scout unit around. It's too weak. Okay, now they have 4 and 3 units, and I think we are ready to attack this gentleman. I will go for the auto combat. The hero was heavily damaged, but he survived. And we take the reward. We have also the Mace of Smiting, not bad at all. We managed to remove the first infestation. There is still... actually, one other infestation was cleared, most likely by Ond. There is still the infestation over here, but this is not the priority. And then another infestation in the underground. Stapleton can add another province. I will probably get this province here because I need to get some mana at this point. I really don't have plenty of it. I mean, we still lack production and draft. That's another problem, but really we are at 0 of mana. Let's do it. And we can expand also our initial city. Let's maybe try to secure a little bit this border because they might get closer. Let's do it. Your domain has been invaded. This is, yes, Ond who decided to pass through my second city, and then because now I expanded, it's still within my borders, but for the moment it's still okay. So I will then suggest to close this second episode here. So honestly, I think we made a nice expansion in the course of this episode, as also demonstrated by the fact that if I go to the different victories, the expansion victories currently give us the second place out of 7. So we definitely expanded our territories. Doesn't mean that we are militarily strong, because we are not, and also my ruler is right now only at level 2, and he still have to recover a lot of health. So of course things could also be a little bit better, but I cannot complain. I'm still satisfied with what we have achieved. We have also met 2 rulers in the course of this run, which honestly is something I would have liked to avoid, but what to do. We will try to expand as much as possible without exploring farther, and just try to secure as much land as we can here. That's at least my plan, but then we will have to see if I will change my mind, or maybe you will leave some comment and you will advise me on the different direction. And yeah guys, that's all for today, so I hope to see you as always in the next video. Cheers!